Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. It's Lizzie the Lightworker here. So today, guys, this is for Cancer. And it's going to be for Cancer, suns, moons, or rising signs. And this is going to be for get over an ex, okay? So we're going to talk about, if you would like to know, you're going to want to stick around, why it ended. Why did your relationship end? We're going to get messages out for that. Baggage that you might be carrying. Why is it hard to move on? Lessons that you may have needed to learn, to remember, like to take away from this, okay? Why it's good they're gone, and how to learn to love again, okay? And we're gonna get some helpful advice for the future. So we're gonna jump right into this, guys, without delay. Why did it end? Okay, I feel like with the happy family card, this is all about the dreams that you may have or may not have shared with a partner, okay? You may have wanted full family life, okay, with children and buying a house and sort of that picturesque, old-fashioned sort of picket fence dream, white picket fence dream, okay? And somewhere, the partner you were with either did not want this, or their views changed about it, or their views changed about you, or your views changed about them. And suddenly they didn't want this anymore, okay? Or they may have been telling you they wanted this all along, and deep down they didn't. They may have needed to go focus on their career, and career may have been more important to them, okay? Maybe they traveled for work, or they just, needed more time, like they were working 12-hour days or something like that, okay? And they just didn't see family fitting in their life, okay? So, that's deal breaker stuff, guys. I like to call that. Those are deal breakers. Like usually if someone really strongly wants family and children and the other party is like kind of on the fence about it, and then they just suddenly decide, no, I really don't want that. That's a deal breaker. That's when you usually break up. Because if you do stay together, it sort of like creates disharmony, and then you'll have resentment. So I do feel like that's what happened here, okay? The plans got disrupted, plans got a sort of kibosh put on them, okay? And you may have been feeling like, you were to blame somehow, or you should have maybe saw this coming. Okay, so maybe now you're beating yourself up a little bit about it. But that to me says why it ended. Also, I'm picking up on a little bit, it could have been two blended families, like you were trying to blend children and families together, and it wasn't going to work. So interestingly enough, that could be why it ended. So the baggage that you're carrying, I feel like you really need to let go, sort of like release this, sort of start to focus more on you and more on your future, okay? Not really resting on the past as much as you have been. I feel like that may be a problem moving forward, okay? I feel like Cancers, when they are broken up from someone, they need a lot of time to heal. They need a lot of time to sort of like go through the motions, okay? So that's something that could definitely interfere if you've not done that yet, or you feel like you feel rushed through this process, or something like that. If you're not allowing yourself that time that you need sort of to grieve this out, it's definitely going to create baggage. And you sort of have to learn to forgive, okay? So this partner didn't work out. They weren't for you, okay? And it's going to open you up to the right partner, because now there's a void in your life, but the void will be filled with someone else that's going to come in for you that could even be a high-level soulmate, okay? So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, if you don't release all this stuff, you're definitely, excuse me, guys, you're definitely going to carry it into the next relationship. Okay, so why do you find it hard to move on? I feel like you felt like you needed to be right about this, and you feel like you've been sort of scorned or backstabbed or slighted in some way, or you feel like you want to be a little bit vindictive, maybe even, okay? Like, or you have something to be vindictive about, like I'll get her back or him back, like that kind of maybe a little bit of that, okay? Like maybe because that's your hurt, okay? So I'm feeling like because you can't get over this, you're like, I can't believe they did this to me. I can't believe they didn't want this with me. I can't believe they told me they did and then they turned around and they didn't. I feel like you're very bitter about that, okay? So the moving on part and really, when you do complete the moving on process, you're the one that wins. When you're staying stuck in this energy, you're letting them win, okay? You're putting energy into something that's already closed or that's already done or that's already dead, okay? So don't put energy into something that's already dead. You cannot beat a dead horse. And also, you're failing yourself by not putting the energy on yourself to help yourself move on and get over these things and sort of purge out the old emotions that you have and the sad feelings that you have over this, and sort of try to let go a bit, and you win in the end. Like that is what this is trying to tell you. So once you decide to start to move on, you're really winning, okay, and they're losing. So lessons learned to remember. So any hostilities that you may have had, okay? Cancers are slow to anger, but they do have deep anger when they are angry, okay? So this is going to tell you that fighting over things that make absolutely no sense, fighting over things that you want but somebody else doesn't, is rather difficult, okay? But it's telling you to sort of get in touch and get in control, sort of like any of the angry feelings that you're having about this, okay? You're feeling hostile, you're feeling angry, you're feeling like you got slighted, you're feeling like, maybe a little bit spiteful even. But it's lessons to sort of let this go, okay? Because if this ever happens again, let's just say like you have another bad breakup, it's telling you to let go of anger, okay? Anger is not gonna do any good. Resentment's not gonna do any good. So that's a lesson that maybe you can take away from this. These exact feelings, these exact angry feelings that you're feeling may be causing you some more difficulty with moving on, okay? So let's talk about why it's good they're gone. Deceit. Wow. Okay. So let me tell you, with this deceit card, this is definitely lining up with sort of what I was predicting here with this happy family. Were they telling you that they wanted to be with you? Were they saying, I want a family, I want this, and like building you up? I feel like that's part of the deceit. I also feel like they could have just been a deceitful person in general. They could have been lying about what they were doing or what they were feeling or what they were saying. I don't even know if there was infidelity that happened here, and maybe they were fooling around on you, or they were thinking about it or talking to somebody else, or something like that. But yeah, it's all about sort of what you had to find out and uncover, okay? And then when it hit you, it sort of hit you in the face 1,000 miles per hour. And it almost knocked you down to the point where you couldn't breathe. I feel like this is something that really took you by surprise, that really was very painful. And that's why you're having such a hard time evolving from this. It was so, not sudden, but like it felt sudden to you, okay? Because you felt like, oh, everything is solid, everything's good, okay? But it is good they're gone. You were dealing with a deceitful person, dealing with somebody that couldn't be truthful with themselves or you, okay? So let's talk about how to learn to love again. So with adjacent possibilities, this is really just exploring different options, exploring different types of people. Don't go for your typical type, maybe the next round of lovers that you meet. Maybe look for somebody that's different, completely different, okay? Don't look for anybody that reminds you of your ex. Don't try to fill a void like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the same type of hair, the same. You're not going to want to do that. Some people do that, okay? They really do, all right? I have a feeling you won't. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there. But some people do. And I feel like just don't go for your typical demographic. Also, this is about working on you and working on sort of educating yourself, okay? If you're a person that has cyclomatic like type relationships, like relationships in cycles, and you keep having the same things happen to you, keep finding deceitful people, or you keep finding people that hurt you, or relationships that end that are no good, or they're toxic, you're going to want to try to look into that why. Maybe like self-help books or therapy could be really helpful. I went through a really bad relationship, and I had different books that helped me understand people's personalities and the way other people don't sync with each other. It was really interesting. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll leave a link for it. But yeah, stuff like that. And there's tons of stuff out there, guys, you can look into. There's books on tape. There's so many resources. I'm just saying knowledge is power. Educate yourself, okay? It's about learning what you really want from someone and not being shy about it, okay? Being right up front with somebody, like tell them what you really want up front in the relationship. Or if you feel like something is wrong, you need to say it. If you feel like you're being wronged or slighted or anything like that, don't be passive aggressive, like get it out, okay? Cancers can be passive aggressive. They don't like arguments, they don't like confrontations, they don't like to fight, they don't like to upset people or upset the balance. So that's something maybe to work on, okay? To add to learning to love again, okay? And I do feel like it will come for you. And you have the whole world in front of you, okay? I feel like, sometimes we feel like, oh, we're running out of time. We can't possibly manifest a partner that is going to love us and be with us and want us and be eternity and our soulmates, and we're going to spend the rest of our lives. We feel like we can't find that. We feel like time is running out. This is telling you have all the time in the world, okay? Focus on you. What is the center of you, the center of your world, the center of who you really are, okay? And healing all those things and manifesting things for yourself and making your dreams come true, and getting yourself healthy and getting yourself more aware of things in life in general. This is saying that it will come, okay? There will be a time and a place that you will be ready for it and ready to receive it once you've healed and you've done all these things that we talked about today. It will come. It is coming for you. We all have somebody out there that we're meant to meet, to be with. So just keep that hope and faith. Just know that you're a lovely, beautiful, gorgeous soul and that it will come for you, okay? And use that sensitivity. Don't ever lose that empathy and sensitivity, but learn when to sort of, not be too much with it, okay? Like, don't give too much of yourself away. All right, guys, this has been Lizzie the Lightworker. Many blessings to you. Happy Cancer season. Happy birthday, Cancer. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you so much.